high-end bowl. You know, it's not, they're not massive waves, but like they're doing crucial maneuvers on 20 centimeters of water. You know, like their parents would probably, they don't want to be hearing this, but you know, but they do it so well. You know, like they're so agile.
Oh mate, it's no different to skateboarding. That's straight onto the concrete.
Well, I think skateboarding's more dangerous, but here I am with a broken collarbone. I broke my collarbone hitting the sand. Rider in red. Oh!
Oi! Was that right on the buzzer?
Kato, no, this is the start.
That's right on the start of the heat.
Has it started?
Yeah, it has. He got it just the second after the first buzzer. And he's come through with heaps of maneuvers on that wave.
He's done a forward and a reverse at the end. Kyoto Sato from Japan, obviously definitely one of the competitors to be keeping a close eye on for these future pros. This guy is just ripping on a world-class scale.
Such a good ARS. He's definitely a star down at the Gold Coast Bodyboard Club.
He is. At the pro event that you held down there, he was definitely worth watching. He was spectacular, both the Japanese riders and another reverse all the way through. He's a very tall young man too for his age, and just such a nice, humble and happy young man. And
He didn't even, I don't even think he realised that this event was on. Silas had to twist his arm to come into it. And
oh, really?
Definitely paid off for him.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely worth keeping an eye on. On both events I've seen him in down here at the Gold Coast, he's...
Oh, yeah. The score's just dropped a 9. Look at that.
I think that may be the highest scoring wave of the day.
Definitely is. That's definitely the best wave of the day so far.
Kyoto Sato, and he was saying, do you remember what his board mate was from Japan?
Creed, I believe.
Creed. I think that's, if we got his, there's a little bit of a language barrier with Kyoto, but nonetheless, he speaks English pretty well enough for us to get the froth on and talk bodyboarding with him.
Well, he's over here to learn English and to get some bodyboarding experience in too, by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's rider in blue on a good one, scooping round.
Oh, nice invert.
Ryan Hill-Smith, another gentleman coming from down over the border in New South Wales, making the effort to come up here. He's another rider definitely worth keeping an eye on.
This is going to be a tough heat with Ryan, Jai and Kyoto. Absolutely,
yep. Jai Taylor, he's riding for NMD at the moment, as far as I know, and one of the up-and-comers, only a very young man, and he's just surfing all the time. You can just see where his future's going to go. Such a positive family to surf with. So I want to see some information on Ryan Hill-Smith. I know he is not from, there he is, Ryan Hill-Smith, North Bombay Valley, if I got the Coffs Harbour Bodyboarding Association and Coffs Harbour Board Riders.
Yeah, he's got the GoFundMe campaign, I believe. I think I met his mother down at the Teams Challenge. They just came along to check out the comp, and he's been doing a GoFundMe so that he can get on the World Pro Juniors Tour. So he's definitely a huge shredder.
He was recently over at the Maldives with like Sammy, the Hawaiian bodyboarder, dropped near Sammy, how do you pronounce his last name? Gary Thatcher come from the coast. There was a whole heap of guys over in the Maldives for that recent event that I watched as well, and they had Jay Reel commentating for that one. Big shout out to Jay Reel and all the other commentators that hosted the IBC tour over in the Maldives. It was a sick event. I was just out of shoulder surgery, so I've just bought myself a new 65-inch smart TV, and I sat there and watched the whole thing from
I believe that's what he got the GoFundMe for, so it's good to see that he got over there.
Yeah, I think he had some help from Convict Bodyboarding as well. Like I've mentioned before, those guys are doing so much for the up-and-comers and for the industry themselves, supporting Sunshine Coast Bodyboard Club, the Lindsay Connolly Memorial Shootout, jumping on board for the future pros and the other pro events held. Big shout out to Chris Parry, Convict Bodyboarding. Thanks, mate. You are an absolute legend.
It's not easy to slip a trip into the Maldives. You know, it's not like it's a cheap thing to do, and especially for a 15-year-old, so they can go represent Australia. So you know, it's a big thing for the sport here in Australia to be represented by young people over in those areas. So
100%.
Well done to anyone who supported the GoFundMe campaign as well.
Yep, yeah, he's competing in the World Pro Juniors Tour. And like Rob was just saying, check out his GoFundMe campaign. Look for Ryan Hill-Smith so he can compete on the World Pro Juniors Tour. Get on it, guys, and show your support for the up-and-coming competitors. Thanks heaps. So, Kiato Sato out in front with a solid 1 wave. The first wave, 9, solid straight 9 he scored for his ARS, and a little link-up of manoeuvres on the end as well.
Still putting all that work into paddling back up, and we got Cooper just jumping in. How you doing, mate? Jump in the middle here.
Well, all right, we're just here with Cooper Stewart, the winner of the semi-final. Oh, and we've just got pizza. You're just in time for pizza. You got to feed those growing muscles, mate. So Cooper's vegan, did you say?
Yep.
Okay, we'll just do this quick little interview with Cooper. Here's the winner of the semi-finals. Just bear with us for one moment, please, ladies. But he's done an absolute sensational job on the semi-final. It was worth watching. You could see that Bodie was doing some big, strong manoeuvres out the back, but you were also perfectly in the pocket and linking him up right through to the shore. And it definitely paid off. We were saying, like, people like Adam Keegan, even at an older age, is still winning competitions by doing exactly that, you know, doing nice rolls and landing and multiple manoeuvres right through to the shore, and it paid off. And Cooper Stewart here again, winner of semi-final number 2 in the, number 1 or number 2 in the juniors division. So stoked to have you here again, mate, in the tent. He's probably getting sick of me asking him the same questions over and over again. And all he can say is yep, because he's just looking at the pizza. I can see his hungry growing bones just going, feed me some pizza. He doesn't care what flavour it is, he just wants to eat it. So,
so how are you feeling coming into the final after being the champ last year? You're coming in and you got the opportunity to take it out again. You're pretty stoked?
Yeah, hopefully. It's all just about who gets lucky with the waves and stuff.
Oh, mate, you're putting that effort into getting all the way on the inside and getting every manoeuvre you can. So even on the ones that, you know, it didn't look too promising, you still put the effort in, and it takes a lot to paddle back out and do it again.
No, you can see that there's a reason why you're here. You're not just a good comp surfer, you're also very skilled in your wave selection and where you sit and how you ride the waves. Like, we watched you catch one right-hander, done a roll, and then rode the whitewash and cut back left and squeezed every little penny out of the wave. And that's the reason why you're here, mate, and we're happy to have you on board. And good luck for the finals.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
mate.
luck,
Thanks
mate.
again.
Yep.
Well, no doubt we'll see you here at the end of the day, and well done. Thanks again, Cooper.
Thank you.
Awesome,
Thanks,
mate.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna have to mute ourselves for a second, otherwise you're gonna hear us chomping on pizza. We've got pizza here, thank you, girls. So here we are, the Future Pros event. Thanks to Cooper Stewart, the winner of the last semi-final round, very well deserved. And you can tune in on the action in the water now. We have the most spectacular surfing from Jai Taylor, Kiato Sato in the lead, and Ryan Hill-Smith. This is a spectacular heat to watch, so stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. This is a highlight. These 2 semi-finals are the best bodyboarding of the day. So after these 2 semi-finals, we will be into the finals. But here we go, rider in red, Kiato. Oh, nice roll, nice roll. So stay tuned, guys. Bear with us. It's only going to get better from here. Just a quick update, Kiato Sato with a 9 and a 5.83, total score of 14.83 in the lead, rider in red. And then rider in white, Jai Taylor, from the Sunshine Coast, coming second. He's got a solid score of 6.5 and a second wave of 1.7, which no doubt he will better during the heat with a total score of 7.67. He needs a 8.34. Pretty big score to knock Kyoto out of the first position, but currently he's sitting... Whoa, there is 0.01 in it between Jai Taylor and Ryan Hill-Smith. That's why I said stay tuned, guys. This is going to be really close. These are all big-name competitors and up-and-comers to the industry, to the bodyboarding. So definitely stay tuned and watch this heat, watch this space. It's going to be sad to see any one of these competitors go, because they are all really strong competitors and are passionate about the sport, and you'll see it in their surfing as well. The conditions are very, very tricky out there, and it has slowed down. That tide's filled in and it looks like it's dropped. There still will be waves coming through, but they're all competing in the same conditions. It's very, very challenging. So stay tuned, guys, and I wish all the competitors in the water the very best at the moment. It's very challenging at the moment. Rider in red, Kyoto, is in first position. Jai in second, only by a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. There's nothing in it. Here we go, rider in blue now. He's come around the section, come around, and he's found a little section. Nah, unlucky, mate, unlucky. That looked very challenging. Ryan Hill-Smith, the rider in blue. He's 0.01 point off second place, so you know we've still got over 8.5 minutes remaining, and let's see what happens.
And there's Jai Taylor with a nice roller, and that one's going to help him out. There's the replay. Good projection, good hit, and nice landing. So that one's going to confirm his second place for a little bit. Make it a little bit harder for Ryan to jump up. But with Ryan only having a small second score, he's still got a lot of opportunity to jump back up. Big shout out to the ladies from the Gold Coast Bodyboard Club for bringing the pizzas around. It's greatly appreciated. More hands on deck makes lighter work, and
I agree.
oh mate, how hard would it be if you were here doing this all day and not even eating or drinking or none of that?
Here we go, rider in red
and blue. ARS.
And blue with a flippy flip.
Yeah, that blue was very unexpected.
Ryan Hill-Smith with a ARS on the left, and
it looks like the camera was on the red, so a bit of a shame for you guys watching the live stream, but I can confirm that that was a pretty sweet ARS on the blue on the left.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's going to be a tough one. He might pip Joel out of that second place position with that manoeuvre. All he needed was one good score, Ryan Hill-Smith, because his second wave was only 1.33, and I dare say landing that ARS on the left-hander, completed ARS, will be enough to push him into second. I'm not a judge.
Very close. It'll be very close.
Don't quote me on that. It's very tough, and hopefully the judges caught it, because there was two people on that wave.
Yeah, I think the judges would have caught that, but it's hard for the fellas at Absolute Streaming to catch two at once, as they've got the one camera on it. But
yeah,
you know, they're doing an amazing job, and I'd say 90% of the waves have been caught. Due to situations like that, you miss one here and there, and you kind of have to take the pick of who looks like they're in the better position and keep the camera on that person. So
absolutely, they do a pretty good job. It's not an easy job. You know, we've got people out in the water everywhere, and especially in the mornings, it's hard to determine free surfers from competitors if there's free surfers in the area with the glare, and Yeah, you can't be everywhere at once. That's all it comes down to. Like,
That's exactly right. But have we had that score? Score hasn't come through just yet with the judges. Still waiting for that one to drop.
Rider in white, Jai's up, racing down the line. Nice roll.
Nice and decent.
He's pulling off. He's not going to ride it through. Did they get that one of Ryan's? I hope.
Sure they would have. They were watching the wave. Because he wasn't too far from Kyoto when he hit it.
No. Just wait for the scores to drop.
Definitely great to see ARS's being hit.
I think I just heard a score drop. Ryan may have pushed into second. It's yet to be confirmed.
And
we got more. We got more pizza. I was telling the girls, you're going to have to nudge me on the shoulder because if I eat any more food, I'm going to fall into a food coma. You'll have to fill in then.
No, I've got to bail in like 20 minutes. Yeah. And go to Brizzy.
Thank you for the pizza.
All right, you're a legend.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, look out for Brisbane.
Still not sure. I can't see this second score from Ryan Hill-Smith. I'm going to jump on my stacked app and see if it's updated any quicker.
Yeah, hopefully it comes through because it'll be hard to do a rectification on that.
Yep. Ah, yes, it has. Ryan Hill-Smith, he's got a 6.33 and a 6.3 with a total score of 12.63, which has unfortunately just pushed Jai into third position. The judges and officials are still working behind the scenes down there to update the scores, but when there's two people on one wave like that, as I said before, you can't be everywhere at once, so they are, be patient, they're working behind the scenes to rectify that. But if you have the stacked app, the stacked live scores app you can download on the Play Store or the Apple Store, you will see that Kyoto Sato has a 9 and a 5.83.
There we go. It's just dropped on the live
There we
stream.
go. It's updated. There we go. Yep. Okay, yeah, so Ryan Hill-Smith up from New South Wales into second position, just pushing Jai into third. Jai needs a 6.14 to advance or an 8.34 to be in first position. So it's very doable. It's close, but we've only got just under 2.5 minutes remaining, and he needs a 6.14 to push him back into that second position and make him get through to the final. It's going to be tough. No, it's a 12.63 for Ryan Hill-Smith and a 12.27 for Jai Taylor. Like I said, he only needs a 6.14, but you know, it's the conditions have got very tricky out there. There's a lot of wind.
Yeah, they've done amazing for these conditions, and you know, it always works like that. It deteriorates throughout the day, but the better surfing happens in the deteriorated conditions. So it's definitely a tight heat for second and third, and only a minute and a half left.
Minute and a half remaining.
We got Dan Leishan over on the live beach commentary, giving Tapper a bit of a break.
Oh, good on him.
Yeah, shout out to Dan.
I see a lot of Dan GoPro footage at Snapper. He's one of my favourite people to watch. Always getting a few slabs down there. Usually, and him and Mitch, between him and Mitch, like I like watching their GoPro footage. It looks pretty insane. Here we go, Ryder.
He's a super strong surfer, Dan is, and his footage is unreal. Like the way that he's created that mount to capture such awesome footage. It really does a lot for the sport.
Is it mounted to his board or his back?
To his board, yeah.
Here we go, Ryder in blue, Ryan Hill-Smith. Oh.
Couldn't quite decide there and went for the roll at late and couldn't quite get around. Almost looked like an innie. Here we go, 30 more seconds, and it looks like Oh, it's still so tight. Got it. Whoa, here we go. Blue's on a wave. There's a roller and white's over on the wave too, so it could be a change up. We never know.
Ryder in white milking it right through to the inside. I've seen a couple of manoeuvres through the inside.
Oh, Ryder and Blue's just falling off the back, but White and Right just keeps on going, and this could be an upset with all those manoeuvres.
Could be. I missed